Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I'm using my counterfeit kit challenge to play with Mix It Up Monday, and this is the sketch from Mel W. Scrapping, and Tara at the Paper Snob puts this on, so make sure you take a look at her stuff too. I'll have her linked and Mel below, along with the playlist as well, and also with the counterfeit kit challenge for the blog and the website, because that is such a fun one to play along with. I'm on that design team too, so it might be a little biased, but I was playing with it for a long time before that. So this paper came out of my kit. I used some of it on Saturday, and so those scraps came from the Saturday bit, and then I thought I might have another one in my stash, so I did go grab a second piece of this, and I'm going to call it part of my kit anyway, because that first paper was exactly the same, and yay, I'm getting two done. And this is going to be a companion page to Saturday's page. So on my end screen, I will link that video if you haven't seen it. They do go very nicely together. They're not a double page, but kind of could be. But these were all on the same day. It is my mother-in-law, or Nana to my kids, and my oldest a long time ago. And this was either on their way to the park or on the way back from the park, and they stopped and explored everything, so which was awesome. That is not a complaint, that is a yay. So they stopped at a random fence where there was a bunch of large dandelion fluffs. They're probably not dandelions, but I think they're too big to be dandelions, but the same kind of idea. And so they're playing with that and talking about what's there. And I have some other pictures that go along with this today too, where Matea is dropping grass down a manhole cover. So I do want to do those too. I'm not sure if they'll be similar style or not. I don't think I have any of these small, well, I'm 99% sure I don't have any of these small 49 and Market film strips left. I used 3 on this one, but it's going to look like I used 6. And I used 4 on the other page that I did Saturday. And so I do have some of the other different styles, but I don't have any of these styles left in these colors. So, but they were so fun to play with. And then, so this is kind of following the sketch-ish for what Mel did. So Mel had 3x4 pictures. I'm so not doing 3x4 pictures, but they're in the relative the same spot. And instead of doing what looks like probably paper strips in the sketch, I'm using the film strips. Mine aren't going to be straight like they are in the sketch, but it's the gist of it. And then I'm going to use the same inks as I used on Saturday. And on Saturday, I totally messed up the names of them. So the pink one is Picked Raspberry. The orange one is Spice Marmalade. Spice Marmalade I had right. The raspberry did not. And then the blue is Salty Ocean. So I didn't have that named right on Saturday either. And the green is Salvage Patina. And that one I did name correctly. So I'm just putting these down. This stamp set is from Ali Edwards. It's the Habit one. And I thought it would be cute when I did it on the Saturday's page, which is my daughter and her Nana on the swings playing. So I thought that would be a good one there, just because it was fun and playful. But then when I seen these pictures, I was like, oh, but this works really well with the dandelion fluff. So I'm making it colorful dandelion fluff, but that's kind of the thought process I had. That one I did not stamp very well, so now it's really blue. But it'll be okay in the end. So, and then a little more of the Salvage Patina, or not a little more, getting it on. And then I did decide to overlap some of these on the companion page. I did not overlap the bursts, but I thought it was cute on this one. So, and I didn't think it would matter for these ones to be overlapped and those ones not. I guess I should finish my thought process. Oh well. So that white piece of cardstock is 11 by 11, and then you did see me get the pattern paper so I could mat that other photo in the same pattern paper that's on top. Saturday's layout I did not mat my photos, and that's totally okay. And then I do something funny here. So I'm going to use black soot to ink this picture, but then I don't do the other one. I don't know what I was thinking. And I just noticed it when I was sitting here editing the video going, hey, what did I do? So, oh well. I probably could very gently take the smaller one off that I'm putting on right now, but I don't think most people will notice. So I do because I do, but I don't think most people will. So, and you probably do because I just told you that I didn't do the other one, and you're watching me do the process. So, but I don't think anybody else will. So I'm just getting these back on. I want them to overlap. I want them to be at some bit of an angle. I want them to be at different lengths. And then I want them to come off of the top and the bottom a little bit onto that pattern paper. So this is how I'm going to put them on, and I'll show you one, and then I won't make you watch me glue all the rest on because you've already seen me place them a couple times, and the third time doesn't need to happen. So I'm just going to use the glue and my T-square ruler to line up those film pieces, and so that works out well. And then I realized this was not attached yet, and with me wanting it to be overlapping that pattern paper, it totally needed to be attached. So I'm just going to scuff up the edges. I decide that's not straight, so I am going to rip it off and put it back on, and that works out okay. And then for the sketch, Mel it looks like the edges are torn, and I didn't want to tear all the edges, but I do scuff up top and bottom to give a little bit of that feel. And then the rest of those film strips are glued on with the magic of editing. And then I'm going to put on some of these 49 and Market butterflies. So I'm going to do an orange one in the orange box. I'm going to do a green one up in this green film strip box. And then I'm going to do the blue one just kind of outside this top one, but still color matching. And then I'm going to use some of the washi stickers. So I've got some ink on here, I've got acetate, and I've got washi for my mixed media stuff. And so that one says memory, the top one says love this, and I'm going to put favorite on here too, because this was one of Matea's favorite things to do, was literally just to stop and explore and what's that? What are we doing? How are we doing this? So, which made homeschooling her really super easy because she was very curious about everything. So that helped out. And then I'm going to do some picked raspberry splatters with this brush so they get really, really, really tiny. And then some spice marmalade. Again, some really, really tiny ones. I'm going to get it on that picture. And this is a printer picture, not a professional done one, so I cannot mop it up, and that's okay. It'll work just fine. It's not on them, so that's perfect. And so those are my close-ups. And here are some still shots so that you can see some of the things closer up, because some of that texture you don't see otherwise. And then make sure you take a look at the playlist, which will be in the description box below. Also, Mel and Tara are also linked below, so make sure you take a look at both of them. Thank you so much for being here today. Saturday's layout is right here linked, and there's another playlist. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, I would really love it if you did. And there's a like and comment below. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a great day.